This weekend snow may leave you stuck in the house for at least a day or two. But one thing we know for certain is the storm is going to have a major impact on airline travel. According to the flight tracker FlightAware, around 1,500 flights have been canceled for tomorrow. Joining us now is travel expert Katy Nastro with the website going.com. Katy, it's always great to talk to you.
Always a pleasure, even amongst this severe weather occurrence. It's still a joy to be here.
Yeah, and it's impacting so many people. That's the wild part. The travel situation is going to be quite a mess, we know, for several days, because we're talking more than half the country impacted by this severe weather, whether it's snow or ice. So what are you hearing industry-wide?
Yeah, look, it's estimating that we're going to see over 200 million Americans impacted. And specifically when it comes to travel, that's roughly between 30 and 40 major large and medium-sized airports impacted. You know, already, like you had suggested, we're seeing roughly 1,500 flights canceled outrightly. That's the airlines really trying to get ahead for what could be an incredibly messy situation tomorrow. So if you have any travel plans throughout the weekend, you know, you want to have your airline app downloaded, you want to have those push notifications on, you want to be in touch with your airline regardless of how you booked your flight, just making sure that all of your communication channels are open and accurate so the airline can send you those alerts so you can make those changes, as well as taking advantage of those weather waivers that are across most airlines in the US.
And Katy, when you talk about getting ahead, is it better to proactively change your flight before it's canceled? Does that give you more options?
So glad you asked. I want people to understand that with this impacting so many cities, large, medium, and small airports, there aren't going to be an endless supply of seats to get rebooked on. And so if you are on a route that maybe only operates a few times a day or every other day, so to speak, you want to make sure that you're getting ahead and getting a seat if you can make changes due to those weather waivers. And those basically are allowing you to make changes without any additional cost to you, which is great, regardless of your ticket type.
Right. And does it matter if you booked your travel through a third-party site or directly with the airline?
It does not matter where you booked through. You just have to make sure that you're getting on top of that ASAP. And I'm glad you brought that up. With OTAs, so say, you know, one of those larger OTAs like a booking, if you made it through there, you want to make sure that you have your email address and your phone number accurate, because if the airline doesn't have those on hand, on file, they're not going to be sending it to you directly. If they're sending you any type of communication, they're going through sort of a ghost email address, so to speak. So you want to make sure you have those updated accurately.
And finally, I think you touched on this, but is it best to reach out via social media, old school, calling, and I know you could be on hold for quite some time, or going straight to the ticket counter if you're unfortunately already at the airport?
Sort of two things you can do. If you're looking to get ahead of this scenario over the weekend, ahead of this weather, you want to make sure you're able to self-serve whenever possible, so you're not waiting on hold. You can do that in your airline app. A lot of them have sort of updated tech these days where actually it will prompt you with a little push notification. So take advantage there. If you're not seeing a flight to get rebooked on that works with your schedule, try to give the airline a call, making sure that you're dialing one of their sort of authentic phone numbers. We're seeing a lot of scams out there where social media will actually prompt you with a different number that's not listed on the website. Going to the source directly is always a good idea. If you can't get through to anyone on the domestic line, which are likely going to be super busy, try one of the international customer service lines. Those typically have a lower wait time, as well as those agents can get you rebooked just the same. They're able to access the same system and rebooking processes.
Katy Nastro with going.com, always our trusted source. Whenever we have questions about travel, Katy, we thank you for joining us this noon.
Always a pleasure, and happy and safe and warm travels to everybody out there.